Why, hello there, YouTube. This is Zach with Sunset Island Railroad Productions, coming at you with the second ever Sunset Island Railroad Productions special. Now, the main focus slash target of this special, which can be seen right in front of your screen right now, is the primary review and running and lighting fix of the one and only Lionel Amtrak Amfleet Cab-Car. Now, in this video, I will do a little explaining about how the factory defect works on the Lionel cab car, how the cab car operates with this factory defect while in a moving train, how to fix this lighting function, and how the cab car operates once the lighting function is fixed in a moving train to show you the differences. One more quick thing, before I start the full-on review, I'd like to kind of throw out a disclaimer to all you viewers. That disclaimer is that this is not my cab car. One of the leaders in my 4-H Train Masters Club was so generous and kind enough to give me this awesome offer to fix the lighting function on the cab car for him. So I do have this cab car for quite a while until I get the time to fix the lighting function. As you see, or probably seen by now, that there is no front coupler on the cab side of the cab car. That is, again, because it's not mine. The leader took that front coupler off, as it was not my idea, and I did not have any influence to do with that. So, in the end, I'm just happy enough to get this wonderful opportunity to fix the lighting function on this car. As you may know, that I do use this cab car quite often at many of the Somerset County 4-H Train Masters train shows, and train show overviews, which you can find on my YouTube channel, as well as on Amtrak Nick Films' YouTube channel. So, let's get into the review. Alright, let's get into the start of the review. So, first of all, let's start off with the front of the cab car, where the location of the cab is. So, first up, we have our kind of diaphragm here, which covers the door. This is not a rubberish material, this is molded on plastic. To the right of that, we have our number board, 9646, which does not light up when track power is on. Above that, right here, we have our two marker lights, which are supposed to be lit red when the cab car is going in the reverse direction, which is the cab backwards position. But due to the inaccurate factory wiring, you'll have to fix the wiring on yourself to make those marker lights light up in the proper direction. In the middle of the door, we have our window, and to the right of the door from the engineer's position, or from your position to the left of the door, we have our engineer kind of window where the engineer would sit. And yes, there is an engineer figure actually in the cab car. On that window, we have a windshield wiper and kind of a black diaphragm traced around that. On the bottom here, we have two lights, which do not light up, are just kind of there for show. And then kind of all throughout this whole front of the car, as you can see, there is many yet black and yellow stripes, which do resemble the actual front of a cab on a real Amtrak cab car. On the top here, we can see we have our nice, cool little molded on horn. We have our front light right here, which is lit up currently at the moment. On the top of that, we have our two or three lights that do flash, which is when the cab car is both in forward and reverse. You will see later on that there are switches on the underside of the cab car to turn many of the lighting functions off. As you can see, this car is a very long O-scale train car. It's longer than the MTH Amfleets, as this is a Lionel Amfleet. So for this review, I wanted to move the camera back so you can see a full side-to-side, end-to-end comparison. Now to give you a better kind of zoomed-in picture here, on this side there really isn't too much number detailing, only on as right there is the 9646. As well as to the left of the door, there are many kind of grab irons here and handles. Right there's a grab iron and handle, as well as right there. Again, on this side of the car, which is the kind of cab car far end side, you can see that there is another 9646 number, as well as that there is a Amtrak Phase 4B logo again. And then here, which you kind of didn't get to see before, there is a coach class kind of printout there, which is a kind of a painted mold onto the car, as well as a handicapped symbol there. On this side of the door, there is another grab iron, as well as you can get your the Phase 4B paint scheme kind of ends right here on the other side of the door. As we get back to this side of the car again, which is not the side of the cab, we can see, kind of looking into it, you can definitely see the kind of the Amfleet arch, which I like to call it, as well as kind of back end marker lights right here, which do not shine, as well as our little diaphragm right here, which is plastic. Another disclaimer, the leader who lent me this car to fix did paint this diaphragm black, as the real Amfleet diaphragms are black and silver. As the Lionel one come out of the factory, if you were to get your own cab car, this kind of diaphragm right here is silver. Again, on this side of the car, you can see we have kind of more molded in inserts here, which kind of make the car look like an Amfleet car. As well as inside the diaphragm, you can see that our door is nicely detailed with many grab irons, handles, and kind of other miscellaneous pieces kind of molded on or hand placed there. Not really too much to see in this end originally, besides the fact that the kind of little window right here is lit up when track power is on. As you can see probably on this interesting camera angle, that Lionel Trains did a very nice job flush mounting these windows to these sides of the car, as if you were to run your finger along many of the sides of these cars and other Amfleet cars that Lionel produced as well. It's very smooth feeling, and that there are no bumps and such like on the MCH Superliners, in which those windows are not flush mounted. From a bird's eye view perspective from this car, you could see that looking onto the roof, there really isn't that much details on the roof, besides a couple vents on each side, as well as kind of molded in line details on the roof. This Amfleet car is relatively smooth, which makes it very streamlined. Alright, now that I got the car turned upside down and off of the main line, let's take a look at the underside of the car so I can show you many of the cool features and underside details this car has. On this end of the car, which is where the end that the cab is located, you can see that there's most of the action going on at this section of the car. As again, you can see on the underside of the car, you could see where the missing coupler has been removed. Again, not my idea, that's just a disclaimer. As well as kind of on the bottom of the trucks, you could see the pickup roller and the pickup roller bearing, which helps supplies electricity to the interior of the car, which helps the car light up. To the far right of that, you could see that we have our switches for the cab car, which help kind of maintain which lights are turning on and when. The top one is the headlight marker light switch. That is for the kind of the yellow headlight and the red marker lights. On the switch below that is the strobe light, which are for the 3 lights on top of the car that are constantly on or constantly off. Alright, this end of the car, which is the far end, you can see that we do have a coupler on this end mounted to the truck. We could have our roller bearing again right under the trucks, as well as on this side there are kind of the Lionel serial numbers and the Lionel factory prints that indicate this is a Lionel model, right kind of to the left of the roller bearing. Now, let's get into the fix of the car, the lighting fix. So, before you do anything, you have to remove the chassis area from the shell, which requires you to remove the 8 body screws which are on the car. There are many body screws on this side of the car. As you can see, there's one there where my pointer finger is. There's one right there where my pointer finger is again. There's 2 here, and then another 2 right here. So right there is the other 2, I'm sorry. And then there's another one there, If I move this truck up, there's another one right there. Now, in order to get to the full lighting areas, or the wires which you have to fix, you have to remove those 8 screws. Again, there are 4 of them right here, and then 2 of them over here, and then 2 of them over here. Now, the next step in this process would be, after you moved these 8 body screws, is to actually go inside the cab car, kind of locate the green and yellow wires that were improperly put together at the factory, and kind of reattach them to their other wire counterpart. Now, this process is very hard to do on film because it does require extreme concentration, and these wires are known to be very thin. If you have read the Lionel Cab-Car Fix instruction manual, you know that the process to snip the wires and kind of make sure they don't fall apart on you is very tedious, as it is very hard to do on film, like I just mentioned. So henceforth I will do the actual wiring fix off camera and come back to you guys with the fixed cab car on the track all lit up to show you how the cab car works with the lighting fix corrected on an actual train. Alright, now you will see how the improper directional lighting of the Lionel cab car before the lighting fix affects the direction the cab car is actually traveling. So, as you can see, I have the cab car coupled up to a Atlas Horizon car and the one and only Lionel Legacy Amtrak F40PH number 364, which will demonstrate to you how the cab car works out of the factory. So if I were to pull the cab car forward, or in the forward direction of the F40, watch what happens. Okay, as you can see there, the cab car directional headlight is lit in the wrong direction. As you can see, as the F40 was pulling forwards, the forward headlight on the cab car was lit. This is improper, as the marker lights on the cab car, which are the 2 red lights on either side of the top area of the cab car, should be lit when the cab car is going in reverse and the locomotive is going in forward. Now watch as the cab car goes forward and the F40PH pushes the consist. As you can see, the forward directional light stays on for a couple seconds until the cab car, as you can see right here, turns both lights off and turns on the red marker lights. As you can see here, with the train stopped, the cab car marker lights are on and lit, as the cab car just stopped from moving in the forward direction. Now, in the forward direction, these marker lights would stay on, which you could probably see in many of my 4H Trainmasters rail fanning videos where I do use this cab car. But today, you just saw quite a delay, which can be seen when the cab car doesn't accelerate so quickly. The lighting fix that I am about to show you will fix this little delay and the improper directional lighting. Now, just for further note, as I continue to move the cab car in its forward direction with the red marker lights already on, as you can see, with somewhat of a rapid increase of speed, the lights do not change. They only flicker and stay on. Alright, now here is the cab car on a train with its lighting functions all fixed. So first let's have the F40PH pull the cab car. So you will see the cab car's red marker lights. Alright, let's have the cab car pull the train so you could see its front headlight illuminated.
Dispatcher, we're signing out and going to be out.
Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I'd like to thank you for watching the second ever Sunset Island Railroad special. And just a quick reminder that I placed a link down in the description box below that will take you to the Lionel Amtrak Cab-Car lighting fix instruction manual. That is kind of an online link that you can print out. That will help you kind of further read about how to fix your Lionel Amtrak Cab-Car. Just a quick shout out to Amtrak Nick Films and the Somerset County Forge Trainmasters for more awesome Amtrak and model railroad related and real railroad related videos. So, again, I'm Zach with Sunset Island Railroad Productions. I'd like to thank you for watching the second ever Sunset Island Railroad special, and stay tuned for more awesome videos in the future.